All right, question number 3. This one, people may have done a little bit differently. So I'm showing how I did it, but you might have done it slightly differently. I chose to use the solid piece and subtract out this negative area right here. So my shape 1 would be this square coming all the way down right here. So it'd be a 3 by 3 square. Shape 2 is this little semicircle that got added onto the edge. And then shape 3 is a negative space. It'd be a negative area, and it's this triangle right here. Okay? So that's how I chose to do this problem. So when I do my work, it might look a little bit different than how you chose to do your work. So shape 1 again was that entire square, as if it was not cut apart. So my shape 1, and again my 0, 0 point is down here at the bottom left of my shape. So for shape 1, it's the square. I have base, which is 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 for my x bar. My y bar would be height divided by 2, also is 3. It's kind of cut off there, but the height is 3. Okay, so 3 divided by 2 gives me 1.5 again, and then area is 3 by 3, which is 9 inches squared. Shape number 2 is my semicircle. So again, my semicircle starts all the way out here at the edge of my square. So I go over 3, and then I'm adding on my centroid from there. So I go to 3 plus, and because my semicircle is turned on its side, now this direction, which normally maybe you would consider to be the y direction, is now my x direction because it's turned on its side. So I'm at 4r divided by 3 pi for my x direction this time because my semicircle is it's turned on its side. That might throw people for a loop. We can talk about it more if we have questions. Okay, so 3 plus 4r over 3 pi gives me 3.319 inches. And again, sorry for my screw ups. I screw up just like you guys, and sometimes it gets messy. Okay, y centroid, if I go all the way across the bottom, I'm just going up whatever the radius is, and that's 0.75. So my radius tells me right here, it's kind of cut off, but it tells me right here the radius is 0.75. Area, again, area of a circle divided by 2 for a semicircle. Pi r squared divided by 2 gives me 0.884. And then the last piece, again, now is my triangle, which I'm considering to be a negative area. It's a negative space, negative area. I'm subtracting that out. So how do I write that out? Well, my x bar and my y bar I still write as positive numbers. My area just turns into a negative number. That's all I'm going to do there. So my right angle is over here. So I have to go all the way out to 3, and then I'm coming back for my x centroid here. So x centroid for a triangle, again, is x divided by 3, or 1 in this case, divided by 3. Sorry, base divided by 3, not x divided by 3. 1 divided by 3. So I'm going out to 3, so I start with 3, and then I go minus 1/3, because I'm taking 1 divided by 3. That gives me 2.667. My height, I'm starting up here, and then I'm going up further. So it would be height divided by 3. I'm starting, though, if I go over here, I know that this height has to be 1.5 because it tells me it's 1.5 there. 3 minus 1.5 means that this height also is 1.5 right here. Okay? So I'm going up 1.5, so I write down 1.5 plus the height divided by 3, 1.5 divided by 3. So that gives me a centroid location of 2 for my y centroid of that. And then my area is base times height divided by 2. 1 times 1.5 divided by 2 gives me 0.75. And because I'm cutting this away, I'm writing that as a negative area. So if I add my areas together, I have 9 plus 0.884 minus 0.75, and I get 9.134 inches squared for my area. Now let me walk down and show the x and y bar calculations. So I have 1.5 times 9 for my first shape. I have 4.698 times 0.884 for my second shape. And then I have 2.667 times negative 0.75. So when I add this together, even though I wrote pluses here, in the end, if I were to write my products out, it would be positive, positive, negative. So I'd go this plus this minus this, and then I would take all of that divided by my area I calculated up over here. And that gives me an X bar of 1.59 inches. Man, I really was sloppy on this one. Sorry about that. Okay, Y bar, same concept. Positive times positive, up here, 1 times 1, shape 1 times area 1, 0.75 times 0.884, shape 2 times area 2, and then 0.2 times negative 0.75 up here. So when I do this, I end up subtracting this portion out, and then I divide that by my sum of my areas up here, so I get my Y bar to be 1.39. So those negative areas can throw you for a loop. The main thing is you just have to remember to subtract them out after you multiply things through. If you have questions, bring them up in class. Otherwise, thanks for watching.